Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sorry about that. Now, season five of Billions basically shows you that who do you trust? Who's the person you trust the most? Who's the person that you would be with in the long run? This season basically left off from season four where Axelrod got a kidney transplanted to Chuck's dad. Once his dad got it and everything, he was basically under his thumb. So the whole season you had a guy named Mike Prince who was coming around, always getting in Axe's hair. So Axe basically so basically when you look at it for what it is, it shows you that who can you trust. Mike Prince basically is the young lion coming in, going against the old line and Axe trying to take everything over and stuff. And it happens. Sometimes sometimes you have to back down at times. But Axelrod doesn't know how to back down at all. Axelrod has to be the main guy, has to be the last guy standing. Taylor, brought Taylor back, basically threw a wrench in her plans, with the bank and everything, trying to take her friend away from the bank, which kind of hurt her. Because that was like her girlfriend. That was her main person. So from him pulling a lot of these moves, he basically, flaunted how strong he was. So you know how that is. So as the season go on, we're seeing Chuck's we're seeing Sacker or I can't think of her name Lee Felicia Rashad and Ahmad Rashad's daughter. She's basically Sacker. I think that's her name, Sacker. She's basically growing impatient of being in the background of Chuck. Everything Chuck is saying, do this, do that. It's kind of pissing her off because she wants to be able to start running for her campaign, and Chuck's holding her back. Now, Mike Prince teamed up with Chuck and Taylor to bring Axelrod down, which they did because Taylor basically pitched the idea of a lady who was doing illegal marijuana. Wasn't doing it, wasn't registered, wasn't legal. It was illegal marijuana. Got Axe to put his name on it along with Wagner, and it messed everything up. And you got to see that Axelrod was had his back in the corner finally, but this season here, really didn't feel like Axelrod. Axelrod isn't the type to me to tuck his tail and run. We know because of personal reasons they had to write the Axelrod character out of there because his wife died in real life. So, things happen. God rest their soul. God rest his and he basically wanted to take time off to raise his teenage daughters. Take time off, so he might not be back for the show. Which sucks because he did his thing. But Mike Prince, basically had this plan so he could take Axe Capital away from Axe, take Wendy and Taylor, and basically stick it to Chuck Rhodes and piss Chuck off, which he did. So now in the next season, you're gonna see basically Chuck and Mike Prince go at it, which is a great cat and mouse game. You know, we saw in this episode, a lot of the underhanded stuff. Chuck was doing everything to keep the banks from letting Axelrod be able to run the bank, to have his bank established. You've seen him trying to get his dad to push back on Axelrod, which he couldn't because he had to bribe him, and Chuck's dad, he's the king of bribes. So we got to see Wagner stick it to an old competitor of his who disrespected him by having him dress up as this woman at the Capitol party, or whatever the party was able to get him back by messing with his daughter. And he was about to lose the daughter till he sweet talked her to come back. Wagner was about to, be locked up as well, but Axelrod and Mike Prince, of course, met days before Chuck was going to arrest him and cut a deal where Axe could walk away with $2 billion, and not Wagner, but Mike Prince was able to keep his money and everything and keep his staff on there, you know. But you see, when Mike Prince took over, you saw McPhee and Dollar Bill just decide to leave. They just decided to quit, which is understandable because they're loyal guys. And, Axe was different compared to this guy. Mike Prince, the thing I know about him is he's very laid back, picks his poison, doesn't really do anything really to hurt himself. Kinda feels like he's the smartest person in the room, but doesn't want you to know he's the smartest person in the room. So season 5 was straight. I'm watching season 6. I'm on episode 6, which is great. I'm enjoying it. Enjoying it to the fullest. Colorado done took the damn lead. It is what it is. But yeah. I mean, that's the point. From seeing it, from seeing what's going on, to understanding the whole dichotomy of everything. Now Chuck Rhodes has a new enemy. Mike Prince, he was always a step ahead and used Bobby Axelrod's Axelrod, excuse me. He used Axelrod's emotion against him, and that's how he was able to win. Because everybody know Axelrod always wants to challenge. He always wants to go back and forth. So yeah, man, this episode was 4 stars out of 4, man. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love it, you guys can donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to the Cash App. That Cash App, you can donate whatever your heart's desire. If you would like to super chat or anything while the video premieres alive, you could do that as well. And you also could do a super thanks. So thank you guys for listening. We out. Deezy.